You know that feeling, right? You're scrolling and scrolling, just looking for a good flight deal, and you're never sure if you're actually getting the best price. Well, Google thinks it has the answer. They've got this new AI that promises to find you the absolute cheapest flights you can imagine. But is it really a travel revolution, or is it all just hype? Let's dig in and find out.
So that's the big promise. And honestly, it sounds incredible, doesn't it? I mean, a personal travel agent just living in your browser, sniffing out deals for you? The expectation is set super high. This thing should be amazing.
All right, so we're gonna put that promise to the test. You can think of this as our official test drive. We're about to see if the reality of this tool can actually match up with all that hype.
And to do that, we're actually going to follow a hands-on test from a journalist at CNET. They basically threw a bunch of real-world travel plans at this AI, starting with super specific stuff and then getting more and more vague. The whole point was to figure out where this thing actually shines, or, if it even shines at all.
Okay, let's jump right into the first test. This is where the rubber meets the runway, so to speak. We're starting with a request that, let's be honest, a lot of us would probably make.
So first up, a totally normal, specific request. A weekend trip, fixed dates, even a preferred travel time. And what did the AI come back with? Just one flight. And it wasn't even a good one. That is not the revolution we were promised. If you're someone planning around a job or a school schedule, this is a pretty big letdown right out of the gate.
All right, so let's loosen the reins a little bit. This time, the destination is flexible. Anywhere in North Carolina works, and the dates are just kinda late August. So what did the AI find? 2 options. Just 2. I mean, it's better than 1, I guess, but it's not exactly the flood of deals you'd hope for with that much flexibility.
And then, the AI just stopped working. It hit a complete wall. The user tried what sounds like a really fun, creative prompt. A 5-day trip sometime in the winter of 2026, somewhere warm and tropical. The AI's response? Zilch. We couldn't match your search. It just gave up. And that really shows a huge flaw here. It gets confused by prompts that sound totally normal to a human.
But then, there was a breakthrough. The journalist finally cracked the code. And the secret is, you have to be super vague. Like, forget all the specifics. You literally have to let the AI take the wheel. And check this out. This is the winning formula right here. Just by changing the prompt to be really, really generic, the AI suddenly woke up. All of a sudden, boom, 6 amazing, affordable beach destinations popped up. San Juan, Cancun, Punta Cana. This is the magic we were waiting for. This is the tool actually doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, but here's the catch, and it is a big one. This AI is unbelievably finicky. The difference between getting nothing and getting all those great deals came down to a single word. The prompt trip in winter failed completely, but trip during the winter worked perfectly. Think about that. It means you, the person using it, have to basically guess the magic words to make it do its job.
So, yeah, the results are definitely hit or miss. But that raises a question. How does this new tool compare to the stuff Google already has? Because, this isn't their first AI feature for travel.
And this comparison really lays it all out. The new Flight Deals AI, that's for daydreaming. It's for when you have 0 plans and just want to see what's out there. The existing Google Flights AI, on the other hand, is way better when you have actual specifics in mind. They're really built for 2 totally different kinds of searches.
All right, so let's land this plane. After all this testing, what's the final verdict here? And maybe more importantly, who is this tool actually for? There's a quote from that CNET article that just hits the nail on the head. Using this AI is like getting a text from that one super spontaneous friend who just says, "Pack a bag, we're going somewhere." The thing is, you might end up in the Bahamas, which is awesome, or you could end up in Buffalo. You just have to be okay with the surprise. So this tool is really only perfect for a very specific type of traveler. Are you the anywhere, anytime type? Is your #1 goal just to save money and you genuinely don't care where you go? If that's you, then yeah, this is gonna be your new best friend. The big takeaway here is to use this thing for inspiration, not for actual concrete planning. And on the flip side, who should probably just stay away from this tool? Well, pretty much anyone who has a real plan. If you know where you want to go, or you've got fixed dates for something like a wedding, or you just really, really hate those 6 a.m. flights, just stick to the regular Google Flights. This new tool is probably just going to make you crazy. Now, if you were just listening to that description and thinking, hey, that's me, I am that spontaneous traveler. Well, for you, here's a quick little guide on how you can try this thing out for yourself. It's actually really simple. You just go to the Flight Deals page. Then in the AI box, you type in a super loose prompt. And remember, the key here is vague.
Think a week in Europe this fall, not Paris from September 10th to the 17th. Then you just see what it comes up with, and if you find a deal you like, you just click it and it'll take you over to the regular Google Flights interface to book it.
And really, that's the big question this whole thing leaves you with, isn't it? It kind of forces you to ask yourself, what kind of traveler am I? Am I a planner who needs to know all the details? Or am I willing to just let an algorithm pick my next adventure? It seems like Google is betting that for the right price, a lot of us might just be willing to find out.